You are listening to The Vibe, a 21 News podcast talking about Valley entertainment, pop culture, and everything in between.
Welcome to episode 6 of WFMJ's lifestyle podcast, The Vibe. And I'm your co-host, Jodie White.
And I'm your other co-host, Jimmy Wendolek. And today we're talking about the Valley's homecoming, the 179th Canfield Fair.
Yeah, and we're so excited because it comes with food, games, concerts, and so much fun. And this year, we are going to be talking all about everything that's new at the fair.
Including the Rooster. Even though the Rooster's not necessarily new, we will be getting an interview with the Rooster if we can fit the Rooster inside. But if we can't, don't worry, because we have someone just as great waiting for us upstairs in the studio to give you all the details as you head out to the fairgrounds this summer.
All right, Rooster, are you ready to go inside? Let's go, come on. Well, the Rooster couldn't fit through the door, unfortunately.
But that's okay, because we have George Roman here with us today, the Director of Entertainment at the Canfield Fair. George, thanks for coming on in and talking to us.
You're most welcome.
Now, we had the Rooster outside. We had a lot of fun with the Rooster. Rooster, little big to fit up here, as we anticipated.
9 feet tall.
9 feet tall. Can't get up the stairs either. But there's a bit of a history with the Rooster in the Canfield Fair, correct?
There has. The Rooster is actually 30 years old this year. Back in 1995, Canfield Fair belongs to an organization called the IAFE. It's an International Fairs and Expositions Association. So we go to that once a year, and it's around 10 to 12,000, maybe 15,000 people. And one of the vendors displaying their wares at that particular convention made these roosters or made mascots. So our spouses were with us, and they said, man, they could make a rooster. That would be really nice. That was in 1995. We went back to the board, and the rooster cost close to $5,000.
Oh.
So back in 1995, that was quite a bit. So
penny.
the board said, you can do that, but you better find a sponsor for it. So we went out and found a sponsor, Hively Construction, still in business today, and they bought the rooster for us, and it's a great hit at the fair and makes many appearances around, and the kids just flock to it. And everybody takes pictures with their parents or whoever they're with, and they just enjoy it.
We love it so much.
Yeah, I was going to say, not just the kids. All ages flock to it.
Yeah, we had to bring the Rooster for our podcast. That's really exciting. Okay, so the 179th year. What's new at the fair this year?
Well, there's a lot of things new. First of all, this year we went all digital. Everybody registered online, from the vendors that sell the hot sausage and french fries, the lemon shakes. If you had a child in 4-H, their project had to be registered online. If you grew a flower and you present it for judging at the fair, you had to register online. That confused a number of people for a while, but we had times on Saturdays where they could come in if they didn't have a computer or they just couldn't work their way through the system. We would help them. They got registered, and after they did it, they said, man, we should have done this a couple years ago. And I think we're the first fair in the state of Ohio to go completely online. A lot of them are partial, but we are totally online with everything we do right now.
And speaking of digital, I saw that you guys have a big screen that's digital by the grandstand?
That is brand new over the box office. It will tell you the events of the day. You can stand there for a few minutes and figure out what direction and what time and where you want to go.
Okay, so it makes things nice and easy for you. And I also saw that there's an app for the fair this year to help people kind of navigate on their phones too,
They
correct?
can, and one thing we started a couple of years ago with that app, when you come onto the fairgrounds and you park your car, if you go on that app, you can ping your location so that when you leave the fairgrounds proper and forget what gate you came in, you could look at your phone and it'll take you right to your parked car.
All right, good, because I get lost in the fairgrounds, as I am sure that a lot of people do, get tangled up in the weaves and all the different lanes and everything.
So how much is parking?
Parking is free.
Oh.
Has been and still will be.
Yeah, so parking is free. Still have to pay the admission price, though, but it's
correct.
Nice, easy price to be able to get in and enjoy everything that the fair is.
Yeah, what I like to recommend to people between now and Wednesday of the fair, if you go to the fairgrounds, you can buy discounted entrance tickets. You can buy tickets online for the shows. You can look at the schematic. You can pick out your seat where you want to be, and you can save a few fees instead of going to Ticketmaster.
Yeah,
All right, once you get through those gates, I know everybody is going to flock for the food. So what are some types of foods that are new this year that you know of?
Well, the one that I know of that I think it's been around for a while, but a deep fried Oreo. The cookie is good, but it's got a little dough that they put around it, a batter, and they fry it up. It's interesting. I had a couple of them, but a lot of people just love them.
One of my favorite things about the fair is I feel like this is only going to be my third Canfield Fair, but each of the last couple years, you see foods at the fair that you might never see anywhere else in your life.
Yes.
Last year, I think I saw a sign, it was a deep fried pickled pizza.
Ugh.
That's not a real thing.
No, but everybody wants to try
you
it.
can try
I
it
think,
there.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And that's what everybody does. They have to say that, yeah, I had that before it became very popular, and now we'll see more and more of those stands coming to our fair.
Yeah, and I mean, the food, obviously a big draw. Then we also have the games and the rides. So what are some things that people can look forward to in that area?
We were scheduled to have 2 brand new spectacular rides, as they call them. They're in production. One didn't quite make it. It's delayed a little bit, but we will have 1 brand new spectacular ride on the fairgrounds. I have not been told the name of it yet, but it'll be quite an experience, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know we're all excited about the food, the games, the rides, especially the huge Ferris wheel, which is such a showstopper. But let's talk about the concerts. I know they're happening on Sunday and Monday.
Correct.
Who are the lineups?
Well, we have Brad Paisley on Sunday and Leonard Skinner on Monday. Tickets are available. Again, you can go to Ticketmaster or you can come to the fairgrounds. Pick the seat that you like. Prices range from $125 to $45, so we have a good range. There's really not a bad seat in the house anymore because we have the digital screens that are up. So if you're not quite center stage, you still have a good view of the artist and how they're performing.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit easier this year because I hear the stage is bigger than ever too.
It's one of the biggest around, so we're in line for that, and we're pretty proud of it.
Yeah, pretty proud. Get some of those national recording artists in to help end off the final couple of days of the fair. So every year you guys are able to get in these big acts on the Sunday and Monday nights. Just how exciting is that for you guys to see everyone come in and flock to get those tickets?
Oh, it's very exciting. It's just a different mood for everybody. They're happy to be there, and the fact that we do have beer sales now, that makes it even a little more enticing for the people that say, well, now we can go to the fair and have a beer, and they enjoy that.
So what happens on Thursday and Friday at the grandstand?
It's Friday and Saturday. Friday night we have our Demolition Derby, which is a sellout every year. We usually have standing room only for that event. And then on Saturday, it's our Truck and Tractor Pull, which is a major event. We have seating on the track, and we have seating in the grandstands, and we'll have probably close to 8,000 people or a little more for that particular show.
All right, so let's talk about the animals because the Canfield Fair has been going every single year for 179, including 2020, and the animals were a big part of that.
They were. They were the only part of it. They were the kids that raised these animals. They came to a point where they were ready for slaughter. And so they had to be sold. So we had the auction for them. The parents could come, the kids could come, but everything else was done online. And it was successful, and they were very happy. And we can now continue to say we have 179 consecutive years. Never missed a fair.
Yeah, so being able to keep that streak going, and hopefully streak going for the next 179 years.
That would be amazing.
So, George, over your time working for the fair and just being around the fair, how have things changed at the fairgrounds?
Oh, we've expanded. Over the years, we bought more property, which gave us more ability to park cars quicker and faster because everybody gets frustrated when you stand in line for 10 minutes, it seems, but it's just something that's helped us move everybody in, and again with the free parking, and it's been, like you said, with the food, interesting to see what these people can create in their kitchens, and then all of a sudden it's a big thing for everybody, and all the fairs, and everybody wants that product. So it's fun to see all that happen.
Yeah, definitely. Just even the last couple years, you can see some new vendors come in and out and everything. So you get a little bit of a different taste. And of course, it seems like there's always a new corner of the fairgrounds that maybe you haven't explored before.
Right, so you can go every day.
Yeah, you can just stop by every day. So fair, we have Wednesday through Monday. There's really an event going on every single day.
Absolutely. Right? You can be busy. And most of the time, it takes people more than one day. And after they get there, if it's their first fair, they have to come back a second day. And what I like to explain to people, if you walk around the perimeter first and just make circles until you get into the center, you'll see and experience where the kids are with their animals. We have the milking parlor. We have goats and sheep that exhibitors, that they're more of a commercial type thing. And you just don't see that every day. So a lot of the kids like walking through there, but that way you can get the full experience of the Canfield Fair.
Yeah, the full experience of the fair, something that everyone should experience at some point.
Exactly.
Here. And
exactly.
it is also called the Valley's Homecoming, so you have a lot of different people who come back just for the fair. So have you run into some of those people, and what's the importance for them just to come home?
Traditions, it's the reunions, class reunions, family reunions. It's just a good day. A lot of people are off for a few days before the fair starts, and they go right back through the fair. So they have parties on the fairgrounds. And it's just a well-run organization, and we will welcome anybody and everybody to come to our fair.
And I think this year is going to be a really great year because the weather is looking fantastic, a fall-like preview. So I think a lot of people are going to come to the fairgrounds because they're likely not going to be roasting under that blazing sun.
Yeah, the last couple years we've had some hot days at the fairgrounds.
Well, I'm going to knock on wood, and I'm not going to talk about the weather. You can talk about it, but I try to stay away from that.
And George, where did the Canfield Fair start? Where was the first fairgrounds, or?
It started right on the green in Canfield, right smack in the center, and it went for a number of years there. And then as it grew, they started to look for properties, and they had some farms that became available. That's just outside the city limits. It's right on the line of the city and the township, so it's convenient. And Canfield has the distinction of being in the center of Mahoning County. So it was an easy ride or drive or horseback ride, buggy ride for everybody to get into the center of Canfield.
Yeah, they wanted to show off the cows or their best wheat, like you were saying earlier.
Yes. Even back 179 years ago, there was a lot of competition. Everybody thought their horse was better looking than their neighbor's horse. So it's been a tradition that keeps growing.
Yeah, a lot of things change over time, but that competitive spirit always stays somewhere, somehow. And it started as a smaller event, but now it's expanded to, I believe, one of the biggest county fairs in the state or in the country.
We are the biggest in the state of Ohio. Not quite, and I think we're in the top 25 around the country, but we compete against many state fairs. Our fair is bigger than a lot of some of the state fairs around, and so we're pretty proud of that fact.
All right, George. Well, that wraps up our episode 6 of The Vibe. Thank you so much for coming in and giving us that insight, that insider scoop on the Canfield Fair. We're so excited to go.
No, yeah, we're absolutely excited to be there, and we'll see you out there, hopefully.
I'm there every day watching you guys, and I come over and I do some interviews there.
Yeah, we look forward to probably talking to you there as well.
Sounds
so thanks
great.
Again. And thank you to everyone at home for watching or listening to this very special episode of The Vibe. Remember, you can get all of your 21 News podcasts dropping every Thursday morning at 5 a.m., so make sure to stay tuned for all of those coming up over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, and remember to always
Vibes and subscribes.
Catch you next time.